Okay, we're
I've got
recording.
the backup started. The
Oh,
backup is here.
you only got the backup. I don't know why I did that. Welcome, everybody, back to this, whatever this is. I don't know. I don't know. What do we call
Welcome to
this?
the You Don't Have to Be Right
There it is.
podcast.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You were gone for a week, and suddenly you're like, "What are we doing here? What's
Yeah,
the point of this life? Are we just?"
I'm looking for my point in life. Anyway, how are you doing? We've been gone for a week.
I was literally sick the entire time you were gone because I started that. So we did our last podcast. I started to get a little bit of a like scratchy throat during the podcast.
Yeah,
Made it through Pathfinder, and then immediately my voice disappeared.
yeah. Well, that's usually how that happens. Speaking of Pathfinder, I'm going to be starting my campaign soon, so hey, that's fun. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, you were sick. I was over on the east coast of the United States, playing in emergency departments. So I'm tired.
So I'm actually kind of interested in that. What did you teach the lovely people?
So basically, I'm brought in with a couple other people to consult the emergency room technicians and some of the nurses on why we do things in the field that we do. And it's kind of just to be like, oh, okay, so this is why. How can we integrate this into emergency department health? And beyond that, I also teach them CPR because people in hospital sometimes, I will say sometimes, because there's a lot of times where like the emergency room very good at very good CPR, but sometimes they need a little help. So that's what I mainly do. My buddy runs Williamson Health's. He's their training director, so I'm able to run around and help him out.
Well, hopefully, I mean, this is a volunteerish thing you're doing. You're like your
It's a
flights getting,
resume builder.
yeah, but you're like flights getting paid for and stuff or
Yeah,
something, right? Yeah, so it's just a time, it's a
it's
time
just a
thing.
time sink. But I just get home, I'm really freaking tired because it's just running around a hospital, you know.
Yeah, you basically spent your whole like the last 3 days off in a hospital
Yep, and then
doing
come back
stuff,
to work.
and then work. Yeah,
So,
welcome. And then you did something really interesting when you got back. Is you, Mister? I haven't been on the internet for like a couple years, but besides like a couple stints, you started making YouTube videos on your channel. Look at you, Wesley.
yeah,
Or should I say Commander?
Commander Dr. Jodo, CM Dr. Jodo here.
Commander Dr. CM Jodo started making
Yeah,
videos again.
so I was thinking, like, do I stream or do I do YouTube? YouTube's just going to be easier for me. It really is, because I recorded 3 videos in one day, 4 videos in one day.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm good until next week, and I can find a time at some point to record in there. So I think YouTube's just going to be my platform. I don't think I'm going to do Twitch much. I think I'm going to do Twitch occasionally. Just like, hey, I got 4 hours. I'll stream a little bit. Aaron, let's play some games or something like that. But
Let's do gaming.
yeah, I just don't. I think I'm going to be doing YouTube over Twitch now. So
I had to stop myself there because I almost was like, we could play Final Fantasy 14 together. And then I was like, no, I'm done with this bit with Johto, with Wes. We're done. I moved on to a
yeah.
different target. And
What's
so
the other
like
part? What's the
that's
next target?
I'm gonna live with him, so I might as well just beat him into the
There.
ground until he plays it.
Oh, don't know. If I could pass on one thing to your brother is don't play Final Fantasy 14. Don't do it. Don't do it.
He's gonna do it.
Don't do it. Don't.
You know what's funny? If he doesn't, his wife's going to, and then he's going to. Smile.
No. Oh, what? You know what? It's healthy for a husband and wife to have separate hobbies.
That's true.
And
That's
and
true.
you know what? This should be one of them.
And Barn and his wife have none, so it's together, so it's fine. It makes sense.
Oh, we lost another one. We lost another one.
It's
Hey,
fine.
if he likes it, then he might as well play it. It's a good
He
story.
didn't. It's fine.
He didn't.
Well, he only he's an ARR, right? And that's what you can't get anyone through ARR.
Fuck
'cause it's like,
ARR. I would pay for the skip.
yeah.
I would pay for the skip. If there was a skip. Is there a
I
skip?
would. There is. You can pay for
Oh.
just an ARR skip, yeah.
You know what? I might do that.
You skipped it. You're in
Oh, I
Heaven's
can't
Ward.
skip the rest of it?
You can, but we'll talk. I mean, okay. So since we're on the podcast,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever tried
Make
to
your
convince you
pitch.
on
Make
the podcast.
your
I'll make
pitch.
my pitch.
Yeah,
on
you
the
make your
podcast.
fucking pitch and I'll deny it. But let's
In
go.
the quote of a streamer I love named Jesse Cox, Final Fantasy 14 starts like this. ARR, you're like, this game's kind of shit. Like, why does everyone want me to play this game? It's stupid. And then you get to Heaven's Word, and you get to about halfway towards Heaven's Word, and you're like, oh man, that's weird. I kind of care about these characters. That's wild. And you get to Stormblood, and like, and then you're like, whoa, the fight's actually really cool in this, and like, I actually now have enough of a kit that's fun to play this game, and like, we're on this adventure and stuff, and then like, you get towards the end of Stormblood, and you get to Shadowbringers, and it's like you're just like, this is the wildest shit I've ever played, and it just goes from there from Shadowbringers. It's like literally my example of like Final Fantasy 14 story is like a DM who's never made a story in their life before, figuring out how to do it and then just making the best story they've ever made. Like that's what it is. That's it. And unfortunately, you know, so basically, it's because the DM didn't know how to make a story, but they got all this shit they can make a story out of now.
Mhm.
So all this stuff you thought was kind of like lame in the story and bad, they're just like, well, whoop, 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 and
Right.
it's amazing. It's some of the best storytelling I've ever heard. Because they take like this abomination of a story and just like clap it together, and it's a
Well,
lot of
I mean,
fun.
I'm glad you like it. I really am glad
Yeah,
you
no,
like
and
it.
I when you explained to me how you didn't like the like Act 3 of Baldur's Gate
Yeah.
3, I got it. Because what happened for you is there's just too many story threads.
Yeah.
And you're just like it's just not like it is not it's literally it's the difference between liking like a singular like TV show telling you a story and liking lore. Like and I totally understand that. It's like because Baldur's Gate 3 is also the same way. It's full of lore. It also has a very good progressive story. So if you want to ignore all that lore, you can, but you will feel like you're missing stuff. But it's very much that is Final Fantasy in a nutshell. Is if you have any ounce of liking lore of like anything, like
Well, that's the thing is
it's
I do. I
amazing.
love lore. Look at Star Wars. Look at Lord of the Rings. Look at
Yeah, but
Star Trek for Christ's sake. You know.
that's all science fiction. This is like very
Mhm.
much more like Japanese fantasy, like high
Yeah.
fantasy. So I understand like not liking that, but I don't know, man. It's actually getting really
It's really for me it was the gameplay. Like the story I bet was
yeah.
fine because hearing you tell the story about what you've uh told me, it's an intriguing story and I've loved Final Fantasy games in the past. Absolutely. Like I think it was 7 for the PlayStation 1. I played the hell out of that. You know? And but it goes down to I think the bare the thing that gets me is that
Necessities.
I don't bare necessities, the simple bareness. The
I like how you just sometimes derail you with a
Yeah,
single word.
but no, the thing that I don't like is that it's an MMO. It almost Destiny almost does it to me too. I mean, it's seriously.
Yeah, I get you.
The Star Wars MMO was super hard for me to get through, but it was Star Wars, so I got through it. That's the only reason I got through that Star Wars MMO. I haven't been able to get through any other I played WoW for a week and I was like, this is bullshit.
WoW is awful.
Yeah.
I don't like WoW because you're not like the reason I can play Final Fantasy as MMO is you're the main character. It's
Yeah.
kind of like the same reason like in Sea of Heroes you weren't the main character, but you at least were like a character that was
Yeah, yeah,
important to
yeah.
the story that was going on.
Yeah.
And like in Final Fantasy, pretty quick you become the main character. It's like
Yeah.
this is actually like
The
that's
lore
it.
is wonderful. I love the lore that you've explained to me and you've told me, but it's literally the gameplay. It's MMO. I can't. I am not found an MMO that has
Yeah,
really grabbed me and said, "Okay, we're hanging on for dear life." Like, I mean, what was the other MMO I was going to bring up? Or Elder Scrolls Online. Same
yeah.
thing.
Yes, so
Same thing. ESO. And ESO in argument is less MMO than most, but it still was just like, no, I just can't do it. So it's literally just MMO. That's the issue. So it's not the game. The game is fine. So
yeah, no, I get it. Someday I'll buy you a skip up to Shadowbringers, and I'll just have you play that because even if you don't like the game, I just want you to experience the Shadowbringers story, or at least I'll make you like watch a video. I'll make you watch someone else play Shadowbringers because that's like honestly that's if you just want like because that's like honestly Shadowbringers is like the best story I've ever played in a video game
that's
ever.
what you've been telling me. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I don't you don't really and luckily because they kind of isekai you into it, like you literally like your main character gets isekai'd
Yeah,
into it
yeah.
like a different world. You don't need everything else. There's a lot of cool stuff you get from it because spoilers for the Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers
Plug your
expansion
ears.
slash whatever. There's mirrored realities basically, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If there's someone on the main world, there's a reflection of them in a different world. and so they show you all these reflections from the source. Like
Somebody
literally
say
the
the
first guy
door
you
of darkness?
yeah, literally the first guy you see, like there's a carriage scene you're in, and the carriage driver is like the first person you talk to in ARR.
Yeah.
You meet his reflection as the first person you meet. He's like in
Oh,
a camp,
nice.
smoking a pipe, offering you some wine, and like I'm
Nice.
like that kind of stuff's cool. But like it's yeah. So maybe someday I'll buy you a Shadowburger skip just so you
Yeah,
can play that.
that's all right. I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's just me
No,
and
I
my
get it. I
mentality of
don't.
MMOs. So
I want to, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is like I'll get you. You can finish Shadowbringers in like a month and
oh
never
yeah.
touch it again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm glad that you guys play. I mean, you guys raid in it and whatnot. I just,
Yeah, rating is wild. Man.
yeah. Raid Shadow Legends, my friend.
It's not like Destiny where we can get something done in 70 minutes. It's like we're like you have to be really good at the game to get something done in like getting a
Couple
like
hours.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
we're actually yeah, it's whatever though. I don't want I'm done nerding over Final Fantasy. If you want to fast forward 11 minutes, that's where you want to stop is to get past this.
Look,
What?
you
What?
like Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy
The
15.
Final
Yeah,
Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
Don't worry, it's the Final Fantasy.
It's
It's
the Fatal
It's
Fantasy.
the Flannel Fantasy.
Oh, the Flannel Fantasy.
The
That's
Flannel
you know,
Fantasy. Well, I'm telling you.
I like that. The Flannel Fantasy.
Yep. Anyway, so we were talking about MMOs, but forget what we derailed off of to get there.
I think we were
Jesus.
just talking about like where you were in the last 2
Yeah.
weeks and stuff. I was sick. You were
Yeah.
So we didn't do much. I don't know if we're gonna actually be able to make this a super episode because we were both just so fucking out of it last week. But
We'll be
we'll
fine.
see. It doesn't matter.
We'll be
I mean,
fine.
we just ranted about Final Fantasy for
Flannel Fantasy.
like 15 minutes.
That's it. Oh man. So, yeah, no, Final Fantasy is a fine game. I'm still suffering from that. Like, I don't know what game to play. I don't know what game to play.
It's rough, man.
Yeah. The reality is rough. It's
the curse of ADHD, at least with me, because I'll go what it would be is it'll be like 2 little games, and then I'll land on a third game, and then like it usually takes Dwarf convincing me or someone else convincing me, like, hey, you should play this, and I'll play it. And like right now we're on Eco, you know me, I'm heavy. Yep. Like it's that time of year where we do it once a year. It seems like we play Eco the month of January. Whatever resolution you had, just throw it out the window. You're playing Eco.
Yeah,
that's it. That's your whole month of January, and oh boy, did they make it even worse. I love and hate that game at the same time.
Yeah, Eco was an interesting experience. I actually would go back to play Eco, but I just don't have the time to dedicate to it, especially since it's on an actual clock. So
yeah. That's why you lose. You lose all your time because Eco's on a clock and you're done. Like that's just it. You have actual days, but you need to log in at least. It's almost like a MMO, non-MMO, right? Because you got to log in every day, make sure you're fed, so you keep getting your XP. Because your XP, you get like the way the game does it is a person gets 1 XP every day,
right?
And you need like 30 to get to your first star, which is like everything. So let's give a short explanation. Eco is Minecraft with rules, Minecraft with professions.
That's Minecraft with a society, basically.
Yeah. And so like you need to be able to get all these societal stuff to basically make a bunch of lasers to shoot down a meteor, right?
It's a cool concept. I really liked the game. That's a good game.
And it's but it's IRL timers. It's in 30 days. You get 1 XP point a day for existing, but you need 25 to get your first star. So the way you do it is there's a multiplier. So you have to your nutrition levels dictate your multiplier, how nice your house is dictate your multiplier. And so you have to like do all this weird extra stuff and progress society / get to laser beams from stone tools. And all meanwhile not destroying your planet because you're pumping so much.
Oh yeah, if you smog out your planet, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was a baker this time around. I was the campfire chef, so everyone worships you and is like, I need this, because they added a cravings mechanic. So you don't just get like multiplier off your nutrition, you get it off of like variety of foods you're eating, and your cravings are satisfied. So people, I log in and there's like, I get whiplash because like 4 people are like, can I get this? Can I get that? Can I get this? And I'm like, luckily, when we've diversified, there's more food rolls now. So Riz
Oh,
has some and I have some,
that's
and
kind of
I'm
cool.
less whiplashing. But that let me go into oil, and then I all of a sudden had to realize I'm killing the planet.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
almost
yeah.
I almost raised the sea level in that planet this morning, and that will kill us. So
Nice.
so it's you have to stop the world, be fast enough to get to a meteor, but not too fast, because if you're too fast, you won't have a planet to save. So
Yeah.
it's very much an interesting thing.
Yeah, no,
But
I really liked it because you can you could extinct a species. You can do a
Mhm.
whole bunch in that game. It's very cool.
There's a certain amount of old growth redwoods in the forest, and if you cut them all down, they're just all gone.
Yep.
And then it's really easy to pollute after that because they like have the most like our old growth leaves. A lot of them have turned brown because they're absorbing so much pollution.
Ugh.
It's gross, dude. It's all my fault.
Yucky, yucky.
Yeah. Well, we just went from coal power to gas power because I
Yeah.
exist. So we've saved a lot of we've minimized a lot of pollution now. So
That's good.
but that's a I could rant about eco forever, but I'm not going to. I'm done.
That's fair.
I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah, it's fair. Oh.
Anyway,
Wait.
well, how
Well.
about damn weather? How about you know what's wild is the fucking weather this
We
entire
had,
week.
yeah, I think we got to the coldest we've been to since 2012, 2010, something like that. It was fucking cold.
It wasn't just us either. It was like
Everywhere. This was an
everywhere,
Arctic
yeah.
front from the Canadian Arctic. You know, it was
Yeah,
just
well,
a front
so
that came down and just said, "Oh, I hope you like being cold."
someone I know who's about 8 hours north of us in Canada was minus 40 degrees there. And I don't have to tell you if that's in Celsius or Fahrenheit because it's the fucking same.
Yeah, because it's fucking cold.
Yeah, no. It's literally it's at minus 40 Celsius and Fahrenheit. It's the same temperature.
I know, it's fucking cold.
It's cold.
That's what it
And I'm
is.
like,
It's fucking cold.
and you live in a cabin in the middle of the woods.
Ugh.
Fun.
Well,
It's a modernish cabin, but still in the middle of
still,
nowhere.
it's in the middle of the fucking woods. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Also, that, by the way, a side rant about that. That shows me that lets me know how cool, like, as much as I don't like the man, Starlink is. Because that person uses Starlink to get internet, and they get like 100 megabytes a second. And I'm like,
That's pretty good.
man, some smart guy, part of his company, probably came up with that, and he just takes the
Yeah.
credit for it. But you know,
I mean, that's pretty good. I still would not. I mean, we're in a situation where we don't have to support Starlink, so thank God. So
yeah, I mean, honestly, if it's the one of the few times where I'm like, that is a product that's needed. Hopefully, someone will come with a better one.
yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't have to worry about it.
Nope. I mean,
Unfortunately,
we have
to support Comcrap.
I was going to say we have to support Comcast, but I mean, like, Jesus Christ, I fucking hate monopolies. I hate them. Hate them. I hate them so much. Hate them so much. So
There are no rules here.
There-
Only monopolies.
no, there are no rules in Monopoly. Oh, I mean, there are, but no one listens to the rules in Monopoly, and that's the same for life. So, you know, here we are.
Call me Rockefeller. I'm gonna make a bunch of dollars.
Oh, there we go. So, on my trip, I got my Adepticon ticket. So I am going to be a part of 3 things. So I'm doing a Marvel Crisis Protocol event. It's called a What If event, and it's basically, all right, you're fighting against big world-ending stuff. So it's teams against one thing. Then I'm doing a Legions double tournament. So Gartek and myself are going to be playing on the same team. He's going to be playing his droids. I'm going to be playing my rebellion. And I took, I think, probably the most stupidest list anybody's conceived of. You need, so the only thing on Legion is that you have your points. Yeah, your points to build your list, and you need 3 trooper units, three basic trooper units. So I have 3 basic trooper, rebellion troopers that are a little kitted out, and then I have 2 Jedi, and that's it. Because one of my Jedi is about a third of my list, and that's Luke Skywalker, and he's just gonna run up the field and carve face. So we'll see if that works. someone who's going to Adepticon for the actual grand tournament that we're not in. We were talking to Gartek was talking to him at a game shop, and he's like, you know what, that list probably will work better than you think. And I'm like, okay, we'll see if it goes.
In other tabletop things, like the few I've seen every once in a while, there's a guy that just stacks some hero and just has a couple guys around him and has them run forward, and hopefully he survives. And so when he makes it to the front line, he just goes.
It's the coin toss. Yep, it's the coin toss. Is my guy going to survive? Yep. All right, here we go. And then we're playing Shatterpoint, which is the MCP version of Star Wars, which is also a doubles. What's Marvel Crisis Protocol? So it's where you play 3 or 4 of your Marvel guys, except it's and in Shatterpoint, we're doing a duels tournament as well in Shatterpoint. So I'll be playing one squad, and then my second squad will be played by Chris, and vice versa. And you're supposed to fight like that, and it's going to be really cool. I'm really excited. We got everything we needed with our Adepticon ticket. I got the swag bag. I got everything that I needed from Adepticon. So everything's good. We're bought our tickets a year in advance, so we're flying first class. Hey, I know,
Nice.
Swanky. So I'm really excited for Adepticon. Oh, so bougie. I mean, especially since I only paid $300 for the tickets.
I mean, that's a lot for a ticket, but that also is like still that's pretty good for first class. It'd be a lot if it wasn't first class, put it that way. Yeah. But I don't know.
Well, I mean that's a plane ticket.
That is a plane ticket.
That's a plane ticket.
I don't fly. I don't go places. I just live here.
I'm just here, man.
Look, man. Dude, I woke up yesterday. I was in the worst. I had one of those days yesterday where you just like kind of, wake up and you're like, well, today's over.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
And you just try your best. I woke up tired. I woke up depressed, and because mental health is just a thing.
Yeah.
And just whatever, man. I don't care. I'm not gonna spread it. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna like try to function a little. I did a little. I did the Destiny raid, surprisingly. So I took a nap and then was able to do that. And I just kind of teamed down for a little bit more, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna lay in bed all day until I feel better. And I woke up at 8 a.m. today feeling better. So
there you go. Hey, you felt better.
There you go.
That's the biggest thing.
Yep. Yeah, and that's just how it is. Sometimes there's days where there's days like this. They said so, but I gotta start moving, man. We only got like 2 more months here or something. Well, 2 more months and a half or something. It's April, February, March. We're out of here. Like Riz's documents, the release is of April 12th.
Oh, 12th. Okay.
So probably maybe it is the 1st, but I don't know. So we got 2.5 more months. Maybe technically 3.
That's fine.
I'm not worried about it, but it's like I gotta start thinking about it, and I think that gave me some anxiety. My brain just melted. So,
I get you. I get you there.
But this house has some memories and horrors in it. So
goodbye.
Have a nice time. Goodbye now. I gotta get that.
We do not like goodbye now.
Yeah, goodbye. I have to go.
I need to go progress my life.
At the very worst, if I can't find a place to get out of here by then, my parents are gone on a cruise the month after we move out, so I can just live there for a month. It'd be like the old times back on the hometown.
The old times.
Back in the old town, everything's expensive and 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
Except for the things that aren't.
Then they're an hour away, basically.
I think I figured out some of my agoraphobia, by the way.
Oh.
Because let's think about this for half a second, right? Don't ever self-diagnose or figure it out, but I'm doing it right now. I am a trained
No, you're not.
I don't have to be right.
That. You don't have to be right.
I'm on a podcast.
But you can't say that on the internet because someone will get angry. You can't say that. Okay. The internet's a horrible place for that to do.
Let me rephrase. I have 15 credits of psych. So
you're a certified, public accountant, basically.
Yeah. Basically. I could probably get a therapy thing.
I hate us.
On our hometown, things were either 5 minutes away or like hours away, right? So like I can go to the grocery store because my brain, it's only 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
But like anything else, my brain's like, that's gonna be like all day. I'm gonna be gone all day if I go there, and like my brain just doesn't want to do that. So that's my whole theory, and that's why also like that's why everyone who grew up in our hometown, because of ferry boats, we all have to be on time. We're like the epitome of like, we're going to a party. The party starts at 5. We show up at 5. Like, why are you here at 5? Well, because otherwise we're gonna miss the ferry boat. You know
Yep.
you know what I say to be true.
Oh no,
So.
Yep.
Yep. You hate it, don't you? You hate it. I'm right though. I'm right.
Yep.
Isn't it awful when I'm right?
Yes, it is, because this podcast is named "You Don't Have to Be Right." So why are you being right?
I mean, all right. You want to hear my next theory, bud?
Oh
My
God,
next
no!
theory. I wrote this one down.
All right, here we go. All right, what wild what wild bullshit are you gonna spin?
If I eat avocado toast,
Oh,
this is
Jesus.
mentioned by many people. If I buy and eat a single avocado toast,
Okay.
I can't buy a house, right? As said by a certain man in California many years ago. This is a meme, basically. You eat avocado. Just if you want to buy a house, stop eating avocado toast. You'll save money, right? Stop buying coffee every morning. That kind of mentality, right?
Okay.
By that measure, if I sell avocado toast, I have many houses.
Moving on. That's not how that works. Because you still, if you're going to try and sell, we're getting into this because you fucking did this to yourself.
Okay, all right.
If you're trying to sell avocado toast, you still need to buy product, right? So you're still buying avocado toast.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So you're buying the avocado toast. No one's going to buy avocado toast from you at the markup you're going to have to sell it to make a profit.
But then why? Who gets the house if someone's buying avocado toast?
The
'Cause
person who did
obviously
not
the person
buy the avocado toast from you. They bought the house.
But no, you have to. If someone can't get a house because they buy avocado toast, someone has to profit from this.
Yes,
Otherwise,
the person who's
you're
selling
telling me
avocado toast. It's called a corporation.
Yeah,
No, it's
there
called
you go.
corporation.
Yeah, I could
You're
be
not a
corporate.
corporation.
What do you mean?
No, what do you mean? What do I mean? You're not a corporation.
I could become one.
No, you don't want that. You really don't want that, because then you have to get workers, and then you have to restrict workers' rights, and then they have to picket line you, and then you turn into a bit of an asshole, more so than you are, that type of thing.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm look. I'm asking this because like half of this because I think this was a joke at Christmas. My family said. And other half because I was in California over the holidays and I saw avocado toast on a like menu for the first time ever. And I'm like,
for the first time ever?
Yeah. Not for the first time
Oh,
ever,
okay.
but like when I was down there, like I don't think I've ever seen avocado toast on a menu up here. Like
I have.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't go places. Riz just reminded me
Yeah,
I don't go places.
Yeah,
that
you don't
sense.
go places.
That's true. That makes sense. It's all coming. Oh, it's all coming together now.
Oh, it's all coming together now. Ah, shit.
I'm on a podcast. I don't do or go anywhere.
Well, you know what? And that's fine. That's fine. You're working on that.
Ah! Oh yeah, I'm working on it, buddy. It's all good. It's all good, man. I like my avocado toast like I like my houses.
Oh yeah, non-existent. Because you're a fucking millennial and we're getting fucked. Yay!
They're gonna make special old folks homes for millennials because millennials won't have any like they're gonna have to. They're gonna be like the Zoomers are gonna be like they got no houses. There's no one taking care of these millennials because they don't have kids.
Yep.
So we gotta make old folks homes for them. That makes sense.
They don't have kids because they couldn't afford them.
We were looking at just random stuff on Zillow. If you're old, you can get a house for you can get an apartment at some probably shitty homekeeping thing for like $700.
Damn.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh, it's not. That's not bad at all.
You think I could pass as an old person? I don't go anywhere. I'm crotchety.
Get off
I'm
my
kind of
damn
an
lawn,
asshole.
kids.
Yeah, we're already staring out the window at all the kids.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think we are old.
Oh, we need to talk about that. Were you I don't know if it was when you were gone. The kid who was laying mortars randomly, like after the New Year's. There's a kid that would just like once a night, like go down the street, place a mortar, and just launch it right outside our house. And then he'd the last time he did it before I think the cops like showed up to his house or something. He like ran away from the mortar at like ran away like a little coward and then walked back to it and just like walked away casually. And I saw like our neighbors who live across the street who are actually really nosy, like follow him in a car down the road. I'm like,
Nice.
oh gosh.
Nice. Yeah. That checks out.
That's a little scary.
This
That's a
is
little weird.
so one thing I've learned from living in this neighborhood is that this neighborhood wants to be Beverly Hills without being Beverly Hills.
It's a white hellscape.
It pretty much is, because I heard an argument that one of our neighbors had with another person who parked their car on the street. On the street. You can't park in front of my house. Yeah, I can. It's a public street. No, you can't do that. Yeah, I really can. You don't own the street. And so they went and they visited their own thing. And so a cop rolls by the car, just kind of stops, looks at it, and drives away, because that person probably called the cops on them.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
so
and
fucking
was this the guy
stupid.
that went down and like called the cops on every car on the street,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah. It's so fucking stupid.
so the only thing I had trouble was like the car Maggie uses now got like the easement warning or whatever. Like, hey, you're blocking this like trail path. Move it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only thing.
It's just so
wild.
it's so fucking stupid.
Well, and so when the car hit Maggie's car,
Yeah.
and then the stolen car, I was talking to some neighbors, and they were like, everything sounded fine, and then they started talking about like a kid walking down the trail, and they were like describing this kid and all this stuff, and I was just like, oh, I didn't know you were a little that flavored of racist. Okay,
Yeah.
Well, have a nice day.
Oh, you think that profiling is what you should be doing with this?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you just like, your trailhead, you got like a window looking down the trailhead there. Maybe your curtains.
Just draw them. Just draw the curtains, Is he
The
your
less you
fucking
know,
deal?
the
No,
better.
it's not. Okay, perfect. Then that's all you need to know. Are you fucking involved? No. Okay, cool. Oh, that's awesome.
Are they going near your cars? Yeah. He had correlated together that kid who was walking down the street was the same person who stole that car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe, but that'd be really stupid.
Yeah, that'd be really stupid. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, because that car wasn't even from this neighborhood. We determined, like, none of us had ever seen.
It was
the
from a
car
school
that the guy
district.
stole.
It was from a school district down the street. Yeah.
So like, why would he come back to this place he was seen the day before?
Yeah.
And got accosted by some random dude the day before. Maybe you just can't tell the difference. But okay.
Yep. Yes.
It's wild. And I'm all good. I understand like having a public like watching out your neighborhood and stuff.
Sure.
But like there are kids that just walk by and I'm like, I look out the window, oh, okay, and I just keep moving on with my life. It's like, that's fine. Like you can keep a lookout of your property, but you gotta remember context. We live like half a mile from a school. Like there's gonna be kids walking
There's gonna be
around.
children's.
Holy cow, children. Get off my lawn. This started with me. I don't think I can pass as an old person. I think I just learned. That's what I just learned. I can't pass.
Yeah,
as
you're
an
not
old person.
racist enough.
Someday.
No, don't say that. And I'm not saying
That's
old
a
people
joke.
are racist. It
These
is
are
a joke.
joke.
It is
A lot of
absolutely a
them
joke.
Well, a surprising amount of them are.
Honestly, yes. So we grew up in a very sheltered neighborhood, a very sheltered area.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be real. Not a lot of the people that I interacted with or my parents' friends are racist. I'm going to be real. I'm very lucky because my parents were they are very good people and they're very accepting of anything that you are. But going into the real world, people are fucking bad sometimes. Where, oh boy, oh Birdo. It's just not. Yeah, you get taken aback. You get taken by surprise. And it's just one of those things where you're like, this is an actual thing that I have to be conscientious about that I never thought I'd have to be conscientious about. Because when you start saying weird stuff, random person that I'm working, in their home, when you start saying some weird stuff about minorities, I go, well, I'm done here.
Have you had? I have this legit question because
Yeah.
have you had people request you in your job yet?
Oh, you mean like, they called me directly because I leave a card.
Oh, okay. So I've heard stories of um people requesting certain maintenance people because they are not of a certain orientation or
Oh,
of
yeah.
ethnicity.
So
Yeah.
I had a couple people do that, where I had to go down to Puyallup because the worker down in
Yep.
Puyallup, Billy, he is
Names
Filipino.
changed for safety.
Yes, Filipino. I think he's not as white as I am. Let's just put it that way. Um,
He's tinted.
yeah, that's.
It's
I
a terrible way to put that,
Yeah,
but
it is. I love him to death. He's a good guy. But I went down there because the person's like, blah, 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 saying some pretty fucking horrible stuff. And I just went, well, we're never going to come back here again. And I just walked out. And then I called my boss and said, you need to make it so we never come to this address again. And we have not been back. That's my tolerance level.
it's the appropriate
Yeah.
amount of tolerance.
You fuck around, you will find out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to come at you. I'm not going to fight you. I'm just going to make it so you can't get our services anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
I'm
people,
just gonna say no.
yeah, or people in the emergency room. That was
Oh, dude,
bad.
you told me some
That was
horror
bad.
stories,
And so we'll just look at it
bro.
and be like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? I worked at a children's hospital and it was getting bad. It wasn't the children, it was the adults. And we'd be like,
Obviously,
you can't be in here anymore. They're like, you're going to refuse service to my child? No, we're going to take care of your child. You need to leave.
yeah. Oh, this is an innocent soul.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand,
Yeah.
you corrupt
Yeah.
idiot, get
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah, you need to leave. You are the problem and you need to leave. So it's just some people some people's kids, man. Some people's
We are some
kids.
people's kids.
We are.
Always remember that.
Well, I
We
mean,
are
I
the
like your
problem.
family. Your family's a good family, so
They're good people,
they're good people. Look,
except this one dude who likes trains.
I like trains.
Kind of weird, but he's sick, so maybe I'll let him go over it.
Hey, better trains than AAR.
Better trains than what?
Than AAR.
Better, but you know, at least my family likes trains and
Yeah.
not a AI or anything either. It's like no one in my family is a big AI guy, so I'm okay with that.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. So
Here we go.
since I've gone into this
Here
bit,
we go.
I don't know how I feel about AI right now. I don't like AI art that is like purely AI. Like it's like you type something in, it makes a picture. No one likes that. If you like that, A, it's just terrible art, and B, like you shouldn't like that because that bot stole or like unless that AI team has a team of artists they paid to like shove a bunch of like art in front of that thing, it stole art from somebody. Yeah. Period. Did. But
Okay.
then we have to talk about the Photoshop fill tool that just like can make shit on the screen around your image. Like that thing's wild and also AI generated. So but like Photoshop has a backlog of like stuff. So it's all their stuff technically. But I still don't know how I feel about it cuz like I don't know. I don't like AI art. It's weird. It's bad right now, but
Do you
like
hear that they have AI music?
yes, I know. I've heard of the neon. I think Neon Tide is an AI thing. Because it's like Plankton singing metal and stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to tell it's AI. And honestly, I don't like it. I don't like having. I don't like. It's just like voice acting. It's the same thing with that. If it's a real voice, you're stealing someone's likeness and you're gonna get sued. It's just what's gonna. Eventually, we'll get like that. Like the voice actor for Plankton could sue the songwriting company of that one weird that's a big thing on TikTok right now. Is Plankton sings this song or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not Plankton. That's a voice actor who voice act Plankton, right? You have to remember that. That's not actually Plankton, you fucking nerds. But like, it's also like AI assisted stuff. That's just being helpful. I don't know.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate, not
I love
necessarily
you.
because it's my view. Just I want to play devil's advocate here. So
Okay, go for it.
where do we draw the line from
Fish are animals.
plagiarism?
That's it. That's an off the podcast comment. Carry on.
Page.
All right, bye.
Goodbye.
This is my show
This
now.
is my show now. Now, where do we
Fish
draw the
aren't
line?
animals.
Where do we draw the line from plagiarism to what would I say? It's not
Incorporating an idea, like like
no,
vamping off
like
them.
Weird Al does. Weird Al does comedy, parody. There you go. So I'm not necessarily saying that this is that situation, but I'm just like, where do we draw the line from plagiarism to parody for AI?
So it's actually a very interesting thing you have to think about. Music is stolen from each other so much.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And in the era of AI music, you cannot own harmonies. You cannot own melodies. Like, you can own words. It really gets down to words and voices. Like, if AI finds a way to like make new voices and not just mimic like this dude's voice, then in theory, there's a person behind that crafting that song, right? Even if the AI is coming up with it, because technically, it's just gonna steal. It's gonna take melodies from other things. And to be honest, for a long time now, music's kind of been locked. Like you you can make new harmonies and new sounds, but like, let's be honest, they're probably you've seen like the videos where like this song's really just this song and this song and this song and this song. Yeah. AI is just doing that with music, and I do understand that, but I just you gotta make sure AI right now is big mimicry. The next breakthrough for AI will be when they can figure out how to make AI and people go, well, that sort of sounds like that, but it doesn't really, and it sort of sounds like, because then it's just music.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I'll feel about it, because technically it will do the same thing as art, but music for a long time has been doing that already. People have been doing that. That's why, like, that's why it's like Ice Ice Baby was like the newest, latest modern thing of it, like that he got in trouble for it because it's just a bunch of different beats from like literally other songs layered on top of each other.
Well, its beat is actually it's Freddie Mercury, and
But as long as you don't do that in music, like there's a whole ton of like, this is really just like this, like there's this whole melody do 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 do, and then like songs just steal the do 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 do, and they just do that instead. Yes, that's the same line, but it doesn't have the do 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 do. That's okay. It's been a precedent for a long time in music, and
so since music is just copying each other, can't we theorize that art also does a little bit of copying each other?
It's harder with art though, because stylism comes into play. You can there's actually art is actually a lot more expansive than music, because like what we hear isn't like, there's a lot more of it, in my opinion. And it isn't okay in the art world to take someone else's style and say it and make it your own. That's not okay.
Right.
People have similar styles, but because of the way they art and stuff, it does look different. Like,
right.
There's a chibi as a thing, but everyone's chibi type of drawings are different because of like skill and still level and stuff. And it's not okay in the art world to steal from other people and stuff. That's why it's a little different in my book anyway.
No, I can agree with that. I can the plagiarism on the art scale, at least for images, is a little easier to detect than plagiarism on a musical scale. For instance, I could be using the background of Beethoven's Fifth, all the background instruments, and then overlay something completely different. And it might take years for someone to be like, "Hey, you're just really just casting over Beethoven's Fifth."
And actually, in the music world, that's okay.
It is because that's not the main focus,
domain.
And it's also public domain, correct? Now,
and that's where things are going to get really interesting, actually. So the one thing I think it would be cool with AI is if AI takes public domain music, where it can actually just fucking straight up copy it. It's in the public domain and make something new.
Right.
Like, I don't know why no one's done that yet.
No, and I was actually going to follow up with
Or
that, and I
even
was going to say
I guess
is,
with art, you could do that
would
too.
you
I
be
don't know
more
why.
accepting to AI if it restricted itself to public domain?
Yeah, I would be fine with it.
Okay.
Because that's the whole point of public domain. It's the people's stuff
It's
then.
public domain. Yeah.
hmm
Speaking of bullshit, how about that Logan Paul?
Oh, we're going into it, huh? I knew you wanted to. Thank you for blessing us for having 45 minutes without you speaking that man's name.
Yeah, you're
All I know is
welcome.
I've lost a couple $100 from CryptoZoo,
What?
so I understand.
Jesus Christ.
You think I
Oh.
had any money during the crypto boom? The only money I ever got from the crypto boom was literally Dogecoin. I got on it like the morning of because I was like, I got $10. I got Robinhood. Fuck it. And just like
Yeah,
slapped $10
the
that became like
reason why it was
900.
so shocking is because if you had bought into CryptoZoo, it would have been recently, and I would have been like, "Are you? Why?"
You would have been like, I know you're mentally ill, but that's like we need
Yeah.
to have you see a doctor right
Yeah, no
now.
kidding. Well, so what is your thoughts on this whole CryptoZoo thing?
I mean, if you watch CoffeeZilla on YouTube, I have very similar thoughts to him.
Yeah,
He's
CoffeeZilla,
just
Mudokar.
so
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Any of them. I'm just another guy echoing that. But if you don't
yeah.
know about what Logan Paul's done, Logan Paul's done a lot of things. He's an entrepreneur. He's a terrible human being. I mean, he's an entrepreneur. He's a YouTuber. He's done mistakes. This is my opinion. No one else's. Please don't sue us. He does the prime drinks. He's a man who's made a lot of money.
Yep.
He also, when crypto was going big, was going to make a crypto NFT game. Like, I think him and a couple others have done that, and none of them have ever come out yet. Where it was basically you would buy these
NFTs.
NFT egg things that would turn into NFTs that you could then like trading card them and like swap them out for evolutions and stuff. But he also had his own currency that
Yep.
he sold to people as well. On top of that, that was like that's the whole thing. You're not buying NFTs, you're buying currency
Yeah.
to get the
Yeah.
NFTs. And then a bunch of his fans, because he's popular with people, went and bought it.
Yep.
They're like, hey, it's Logan Paul. He's not gonna fuck us on this. And then now he did. There's a big long story about how it's not just him.
Yeah.
There's some other bad apples,
Yeah.
but it's also him.
Yep.
Because after the bad apples were gone, he didn't stop. He kept going.
Well, yeah, it was the fact that I think that, at least from what I saw, he had hired some people that probably shouldn't have been hired. He got burned by those people that probably shouldn't have had the situation to burn him anyway. And then on top
he
of
doubled
that,
down.
he doubled down, and then his apology was he's going to sell all his cryptocurrency that he had made to make everybody else's cryptocurrency more expensive in the game. I will say one thing, though. I will say one thing to his benefit from a video that I watched last night is that he did pledge like $1.5 million in Ethereum for people who wanted refunds. That's not
But
nothing, but
it's like 17 million is about the estimated
Yeah.
value of everything around what they bought in that game. Now, to play devil's advocate,
sure,
it's their own damn fault. They should have known
you
better.
went into
like,
crypto, like period.
yeah.
Period.
I mean, you had a better chance of making your money back in a fucking casino than
Yeah.
in crypto. Like,
Yeah,
you should have
absolutely.
known better.
Not
At
only
the same
did you go into
time,
crypto, you also pre-ordered a game. I mean,
we don't pre-order games
no, we don't. We don't. It's sad.
unless it's Final Fantasy 14. Then
Nope.
I do because
Nope. Bad boy. Bad. I'm gonna tell Riz to punish you later.
Riz pre-order too.
Oh,
Jesus. She will. It's the only one. I look.
I've
I'm
had
not done with
games.
this.
I've had games
I'll
that
come
I've
back
also
around.
done that
I'll come
too.
back around to it. Let's still finish with Logan. So you're an idiot for doing it.
Yeah.
But also Logan Paul's a scumbag for scamming people. Like it's like at a certain point he should have known everything was going to shit and he should have shut it down and fixed it. But he just kept fucking hammering it, you know?
Yeah.
So
On the pre-order thing, I'm going to pre-order Mass Effect when it comes out.
So here's the idea. So here's the reason I pre-order MMO expansions. Usually, it's one of the only few things that still gives you a good bonus for pre-ordering it.
Sure.
Right.
And then you have it loaded on day of.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then second of all, I'm gonna play the new Final Fantasy 14 expansion no matter what.
No, yeah, no, I
Period.
know. And they don't really have a habitual thing of releasing a
All they're gonna
half-finished
do,
game, you know.
nope.
So,
All they're gonna do is they're gonna give me like, here's some extra XP if you haven't leveled everything up to
yeah,
cap yet, and here's an emote. Have a nice
yeah.
day. Thank you very much.
But yeah, no, I'm pretty disappointed in the whole Logan Paul thing. I mean, I didn't follow it until recently, and in no way, shape, or form are we,
I mean,
we're not experts in cryptocurrency or anything like that. We're just sharing an opinion, but it's just it's just a
here's
damn
the nice
shame.
thing. Here's an opinion, and I don't have to be right.
Yeah.
Internet personalities are our Hollywood now. Our parents used to get
Yep.
really into Hollywood personalities.
Yep.
We're not really into them anymore. We're
Yeah.
into internet personalities.
Well, look at
It's
Gerard the
our
Completionist. That whole
yeah. It's
situation.
and so we've had this, like, we had 2 years of heavy accountability, and now we've gone into, like, now it's like kind of who slipped through the cracks. Like,
Yeah.
now that heavy accountability is not super thing, now it's like, okay, well, these people are actually scum.
Yeah.
And I am an opinion that yes, we should catch people who didn't do it, but you shouldn't care about the personality so much. So the fact that you just found out about Logan Paul, that's okay.
Yeah.
Now you can learn about this and not, you're not going to do it. Like, if you hear like your friends like, yeah, my new guy, like Logan Paul 69, because he's this new up and coming,
Right.
I'm just this analog creator, like, Rage Cubby decided to do this crypto thing. You'd be like, no, it's probably what happened with Logan Paul. Don't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. Oh, and
That's
yeah,
the, and don't you don't have to obsess about the fact that it's Logan Paul. It's
Mm-mm.
just, I mean,
Just a
just
dude
don't
on the
ever
internet.
like.
Yeah.
Have you ever had Prime drinks, by the way?
Nope.
They're really bad. They're just sugar and caffeine, man. Like, it's fine. It's just another
Yeah.
sugar caffeine drink, dude.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
fair. No, I was more now my buddy at work introduced me the whole Gerard controversy. And that's how
Oh
I
yeah.
started down this rabbit hole with Mudikar and Carl Jorbst and Coffee and everybody. But holy crap. I was listening to the Discord call that they had, and then I was like, "Oh, this is
I didn't actually
interesting."
listen to it, so
Yeah, yeah.
fill me
And
in.
then well, so it was oh god. It was Jorpst and Mudikar. They
Yep.
were investigating into why I guess I should go into background. Pause, rewind. So Gerard the Completionist has a open hand foundation. It's a foundation called the Open Hand Foundation. And it's to support open hand, yeah. It's to support people with dementia and dementia research. And I think
Yeah.
since 2018, earlier 2016, 2014, this Open Hand Foundation has allegedly been collecting money to donate to different charities. Now they have I don't remember them offhand, so I'm not going to comment on what charities they are, but I do know one of them that they claimed that they worked with was San Francisco College, one of the San Francisco colleges that develops and researches for Alzheimer's. Now it came out that over the years that they were collecting, I think it was 2014, something very
Yeah.
early. They had not donated. The Open Hand Foundation had not donated to any charities, and they found that the Open Hand Foundation was sitting on about $650,000 of donations just in an account. Now they've had other. This was all through his Indieland streaming and everything. They had other donation charities, such as like a golf tournament that was ran by his dad. That apparently they don't know where that money is, but they were just focusing on just Indieland and the Open Hand Foundation. So they called up Gerard and they were like, "Hey, we had some questions about this."
Who Gerard is on the internet known as?
The Completionist,
There you go.
Gerard the
Okay.
Completionist.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
uh, I did say that.
I know. I just
Gotcha. Gerard the Completionist. But then they came out and they said, "Hey, we just want to have a phone call with you." Just to clear up some stuff. Now this
clear up
it
some
was just to
stuff.
clear up some stuff, and in all honesty, like the phone call started very much so like, hey, we just had a couple of questions about your bookkeeping. You know, you said that you've donated some stuff. and we don't see that reflected. Now, it went from that to Gerard. After that, they had this phone call conversation where they found out that the 650,000 ish was still sitting in an account. Gerard's company, the Open Hand Foundation, basically when they got contacted by Carl Jorbston and Mudikar, were about like, "Oh, we're still trying to find a foundation to donate to. If you have any foundations, you should let us know." Doing that whole thing, which was a huge mix-up, and then and that whole
We're not
conversation,
slowly
yeah,
pocketing this money and hoping no
yeah,
one's noticing.
and this whole conversation turned into Gerard being like, "Well, I'm not embezzling." He just kept saying, "I'm not embezzling." And they're like, we're not, we're not saying you're embezzling. The money you're getting from Indieland, we can see that that money is sitting here in your account. Like, that money has not been touched. We can confirm that. The IRS has confirmed that. We can confirm that that money has not been touched. But then it went into this whole thing where they had a golf tournament for these 10 years that they've been doing this. And the golf tournament should be making like hundreds of thousands of dollars or something like that. I forget what the actual like
Yeah,
stat that
it's like
they.
a charity tournament thing. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And that money's just gone. That money's gone. We don't know where that money has gone. And there's no record of the Open Hand Foundation doing a donation because they're a 501c3. So you
that's
can,
wild.
yeah. So this whole thing has blown up. Then he releases a statement saying,
It's always a good thing to do when you're in a
yeah,
corner.
yeah. He releases a statement saying like he apologized for.
Doggo break. Doggo's like, Dad, pay attention to me. Mwah.
He's just,
He's talking about scams. I'm
yeah, he's
upset.
scamming. Um, but it turned into he apologized for. He said, "I'm sorry if you felt scammed." Didn't say I'm sorry. He said, "I'm sorry if you felt scammed. I'm sorry that you didn't
That's good.
understand what we were
I forgot.
doing."
I remember that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
yeah.
you felt like we were scamming you.
Exactly. And then one of the things that he goes into, he's like, we were looking for a to try and make
Those are my
a
favorite kind of
restricted
apologies, by the
donation.
way.
Now, restricted donation is an actual thing. A restricted donation so that you can say this
Okay.
goes strictly to research, blah 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 blah. So that's not the issue. The issue is that they never said that they wanted to do a restricted donation. And each India Land stream, they said that they have been actively donating all the money that they proceed each time that they've done an India Land event. And none of the people besides the San Francisco College, I believe, that they brought up, they had ever donated to through the Open Hand Foundation. So it went into this whole thing where he started being like, they're claiming that I'm embezzling a whole bunch of money, and it was just like,
Yeah, I heard
yeah,
he went a little psycho.
yeah, he kind of did, and then it was like, no, no, that's not what we're claiming. And then there was one other guy, like the certified gaming accountant or something like that. So another gentleman on,
Yeah,
yeah,
Nerka kind of checks that
yeah.
stuff.
He checked out the math and he's like, the math doesn't math, man. The math does not math. And it's just,
These numbers,
yeah, these
not
numbers,
math.
not the right numbers.
These
So
numbers, they're not math.
not only
That's
in the response did he claim a whole bunch of stuff, he was trying to show receipts about everything. None of the receipts pertained to anything that anybody had asked about. It was very, very just like, okay, this is the end of you. Okay. Like I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised on two things. One, he continues to make videos and he still gets support. But two, I think his support is going to be really undercut. I think he's going to turn into a stream a YouTuber that has a quarter of his following now, and it's just because he tried to. It's I don't know what he tried to do. I don't know if it was a genuine accident. I don't see how it could be a genuine accident at this point. But like something tried to happen. It's not. If something tried to happen and it didn't work out, and that's just you talk shit, get shot type thing.
it's just in a nutshell, all that stuff is greed because it's a
It
lot of
is.
money,
It
a
is.
lot of money passing through your hands.
Yeah.
And some people can give it up and
Yeah.
do what they said they're going to do with it, and some people can't.
I
That's
genuinely think that he started out going, yes, this is going to go to charity. This is what I want to do. I
yeah.
genuinely believe that was the creation of the Open Hand Foundation and everything. Genuinely believe that.
That was just a lot of money, man.
I think then it just turned into a lot of money. And this is all speculation. This part is all speculation. There's no know anything I'm not trying to.
This is the you don't have to be right part of this
Is the I
podcast.
don't have to be right part. It's just I speculate that it turned into a lot of money and he went and that's what happened. Unfortunate and it's sad because there's a lot of people who like Gerard. There's a lot of people who associated with Gerard and it's just
I only ever watched one of his videos, so
well, it's not even
okay.
that. I'm talking about creators, like actual content creators, like Game Grumps. I love Game Grumps. Game Grumps are great. Danny and Aaron, the whole
Yeah.
team, great people. They associated with Gerard on a couple of collabs, and it's just like, oh, now you're screwing them. Jamie Lee Curtis, like the wonderful Jamie Lee Curtis, donated $25,000 on multiple occasions to the Open Hand Foundation to fight dementia.
That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. Stuff like that. It's just like
You know what it is? The completionist, he just got dementia and forgot. That's it. Plain and simple. He got dementia, he forgot to turn the money. I'm sure he'll do it eventually.
Oof.
Big oof there, huh? No, you don't think
so? No, that joke kind of missed.
Don't worry, I'll forget it soon enough.
Jesus Christ! Wow.
I've told you my plan with when I get dementia, because it's gonna happen, right? I'm keeping my PS2 for the rest of eternity. I'm gonna make sure when I get to that age, someone restores it, and just put Kingdom Hearts on the TV, and I'll be fine. I'll play that. I'll play Destiny
Kingdom
Island.
Hearts.
And then a couple hours after it, like Riz will come by. 'Cause she'll probably still have a brain and be like, "Oh, you're playing? What are you playing?" And she'll distract me, and she'll just turn the PS2 off and turn it back on, and I'll start it back up again and be.
No, she'll just come out and she'll be like, "Look at this new game I got you."
Oh, what is it? It's
Kingdom
Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts. And then you'll be playing it and you'll be like, "Man, I'm really good at this game for some reason."
Oh shit, no.
And in no way, shape, or form are we making fun of anybody who has dementia or anything. It's a terrible disease. My family has been affected by dementia before, and it's horrible. But the thing to conclude, the donation has now been made of the $650 some odd $1,000 that they were holding on to, and I hope it goes to actually help folks with dementia. So
they found some of the money and they gave it away at least.
Well, the $650,000 that Indieland had accrued.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they did have some money.
So they had that. The golf tournament is a whole different thing that I don't even know if they're still.
Maybe the golf. Probably honestly, my thing with the golf tournament is they probably just balanced the books to make it look like they didn't make any money.
Yeah.
It's just like the same. The NFL does it.
Yeah.
Why can't their golf tournament?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. The NFL loses money every year. Every year they lose money. Did you know the NFL is a charitable organization that doesn't need to make any sort of taxes?
It's a damn shame.
Man, maybe they'll make some money someday.
You know what? Maybe.
They just have to pay too many people.
Maybe if they become America's #1 sport. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly. Sports ball, let's go.
We're going to get a DCMA from Gerard. We're going to get a DCMA from Logan Paul. We're going to get a DCMA from the NFL. We're fucked.
Dude, we have 12 people watch this a week. We're uncancelable. What are you talking about? You can't cancel us. No one watches us. We're two white guys talking on the internet with 10 people watching. I say terrible things, and then I won't get canceled today, but 10 years from now, if we don't delete this shit, we're done.
We're done. Oh, you hit 1 million views.
Got 10 years. Yeah. Make that money. Then we can make a charitable donation.
This is a great.
No, I got it. I got an idea. We make crypto aquarium where you get little fish eggs, and then they turn into fish. And then on top of that, we'll have a charitable organization.
Even better. We make Crypto Cup. They're all cups that you have to throw. It's just little, and then we have Open Space Foundation where you donate to a spaceship where the commander can use your donated money to do whatever he wants.
And it's what's gonna be crazy about our cups and our crypto cups?
Oh, what's that?
You can actually copy and paste them. They're not NFTs; they're just images.
Oh my god!
Yeah, we can spread it has a tiny virus.
We're gonna wind up just doing our thing sometime, and someone's
Yeah.
gonna unearth this and be like,
Yeah.
guess what? You're no longer going to be able to do your thing. And I'm going to be like, well, I guess it was fun while it lasted.
I have a very strong. I want to make a game, like a shit game on Steam called Crypto Cups, and it's the the game Logan Paul was gonna make, but with cups, and it's just shitty MS Paint
Did you
drawings
know
and
that
like
someone made that game for free? They already completed Crypto Zoo
perfect.
and
I'm
then they
glad.
made it for
I'm so
free.
happy.
Yeah.
I love it. That's great. That's like like all there's like a game out there. You like know have you seen all the dumb ads where it's like you're like it has like the can you organize this thing
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the game
Yeah.
but you click the ad, it's never that. Someone made a game that's just like all those ad games as like actual games.
Yeah.
Just so you can like, and they're all really easy and dumb.
Well, we really talked about a lot of crypto. So why don't we play a game?
Oh no. But
You
I didn't
activated my
trigger your
trap card.
keyword. All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me make chat go away. One
Yeah,
second.
it sucks. Yeah. Welcome to the first trivia game. We got to keep this somewhat interesting. We're talking about so much heavy
What are
stuff.
you talking about? We're talking about crypto, dude.
Dude, bruh,
All right, bro.
bruv. God, I hate everything.
Hold on, I've been marking our times a little bit in a notepad here. That's what I'm trying to do. So
Oh, you take
if
your
I can
time.
actually go by, I want to go by and actually maybe segment stuff in the podcast so people can skip that crypto part if they don't want to hear about it at all.
I mean, you know what? That's fair.
No, they have to listen to our entire podcast and enjoy it.
God damn it. All right, so my first question for you, we're going to talk about apps, websites, and computers a little. Now,
okay.
How familiar are you with the internet?
I mean, I kind of live on it. So.
Okay, perfect. So, you obviously know what was the most downloaded app in the 2010s.
Twitter.
Facebook.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I hate Facebook. Can we talk about that? I was saying about how I hate Facebook.
Me too. I don't have a Facebook, so.
Oh, did you actually delete yours?
Yeah, mine's gone.
So mine's been sitting there inactive for years because I just don't know how. I need to know how to like. So I have a wedding coming up, and Facebook's going to be very valuable to me for when this wedding comes up because I'm going to be able to know everyone's name and spell it correctly. It's going to be my wedding.
There you go.
Yeah, and maybe once the wedding's over, maybe it's gone. Maybe we get rid of it.
Yeah, I got rid of mine. I was just like, I'm done with everybody drama. I'm out.
I don't like the advertising that comes with it, like Threads and Instagram too. I don't like it. Luckily with Facebook though, it's still like a web page, so I can like go on Firefox, and Firefox has a quarantine zone for all the ads that Facebook tries to deliver to other places. So I just go on that and use it once in a while and look around and go ooh, and then get off.
Yeah. All right.
Because
the next question for you.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
As of 2019, what company was the source of the largest known data breach in history?
Man, this made me want to say Twitter again, but I don't think it is. Shoot. I want to say it was like some some company that does like people's passwords, but I'm not
I will
sure.
give you a hint. It's one that you know.
Is it Twitter?
Yahoo!
Yahoo!
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? It's okay because all the information that they got from Yahoo is like 20 years old. So
That's true. That's true.
No one uses Yahoo anymore. That's wild if you're still using Yahoo in like like the year our Lord 2024. Like what?
You'll like this one. What was the best selling video game ever as of 2023?
Did GTA 5 do it? Is it GTA 5? No, Minecraft. It has to be Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah, no, GTA 5 is an M-rated video game. It was Tetris for a long time.
It was
but
Tetris
Minecraft
for a long time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Minecraft. You got one. Yay!
I got a
question. You know what you get? More questions.
Fiddlesticks.
Obi-Wan
Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, my cannolis. I'll ask one more.
I kind of want to do a game show where I don't know the answers to the questions, and I just ask you questions,
and
then
get
I
the
just
answer.
say
You're
right
like,
or wrong.
yeah. Well, this is one's very topical because
Got it. Cool.
They no longer get to use this cable port. In what year did Apple introduce the standard Lightning cable?
2013.
You were so close. 2012.
I knew it was somewhere because I knew I was in college. Like I was either in college when it came out, or like, and everyone thought this port was gonna take over the fucking world.
Yeah.
Do you? This is a thing we should talk about. So like iPhones and stuff have been around as far as we can think our entire lives, right? Do you remember high school?
Yeah.
High school for us is a completely different time. Like only like the popular kids had an iPhone. Like it was like our senior of like when the iPhone came out, like 2008, right? Or something. Maybe it was
Yeah. Hold on.
because I had a smartphone, like a dumb smartphone, my senior year of college of high school. I remember.
2007.
Yeah, and so like I had like I just remember like you have to think about it like our and when we were in middle school we didn't have cell
Nope.
phones, right? And then in high school we did. It's just so wild that like we are the last like, oh, get off my lawn, you kids,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I remember when I got my first cell phone in high school, and it was a Nokia brick.
Yeah,
It was a Nokia brick because it was my brother's old phone, and everybody had flip phones, which was the coolest thing ever. Some people had smartphones. Most badass thing ever. My cousin had a BlackBerry, and I was like, "Oh, it's so cool!" My phone survived for 7 years because it was indestructible, and I was just toting
I
this
remember that.
Nokia brick, and it would just sit in my car because the whole point of it, my parents were like, "Yeah, if you get stranded in your car or something, you can call us. You can call, your friends. You say you're on the way." And it thing lasted so long, and then I got my first flip phone after that, which then summarily broke really quick, and then I got my first smartphone.
I had in high school, like you had the T9 phones, right? I
Yeah.
never had to deal with one of those because my dad got the Razor and I got like some phone that, like couldn't even text.
Yeah.
My first phone that I could text with had like the full like you turn
The
it
keyboard.
sideways and you
Yep.
flip it up and you had the
Yeah, the
whole little
sidekick.
keyboard. I like, but like it wasn't actually it was a knockoff of the
Yeah.
Sidekick. I had to like use like because like my fingers were too big. I had to like peck at it with
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
my finger.
I remember my ex had that really thin phone that flipped up. I
Yeah,
hated that thing.
it was
Oh
awful.
my god.
I
Terrible.
remember I also like nostalgia not being able to call until after 9 p.m.
Yep.
Like you
Call
and or
collect. Call
like
free.
because so there's a gentleman that my dad knows that calls the house at 7 p.m. every night for his entire life. He's like he's got a slight mental thing, nicest guy ever, but he calls my dad 7 p.m. every day on the dot. So I, as a teenager, had to go off the phone at 7 p.m. Like, cause I'm starting to talk to people. I'm a bleeding heart. I'm talking to people,
Yeah.
friends. I have friends, believe it or not.
7 p.m. rolls
Um,
around though.
I had to go off the phone, and then from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I just waited, and you couldn't text. And also like then they made it like texts after 9 p.m. were free, and then eventually
Yeah.
like the senior year of high school texts were just free.
Yep.
And I'm like, there we go. Texting is free now.
There it is. There it
And it's just
is.
like we're in the future. And
Yeah.
then it's like Minecraft didn't officially release till we were at high school.
Correct.
It was in the beta or
Correct.
like alpha.
Correct.
Wild. I'm old, man.
Well, no. We're not classified as old yet. God damn it. I'm gonna hold on to that
I mean,
as
we got to
quick
play
as I can.
RuneScape as kids. Remember that?
I
Remember?
love RuneScape.
I had dial-up.
Unironically.
I had dial-up when RuneScape was a thing. So I never played at home because we didn't have DSL yet. I went to the library and played RuneScape and just mined my heart's content. I think that's where I got my love of digging, was playing RuneScape and just mining nodes.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's what happened, man. It's
Yeah.
like it's just how it is.
Yeah. No, I
RuneScape.
I remember when I was dating my first high school girlfriend. My middle school girlfriend and I had broken up.
Okay, I know who
Our
it is
very
now.
good
Cool.
mutual friend. I don't want to use names. And
Yeah,
then
she lives next to my parents.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's a wonderful person. I love her dearly.
Nicest person.
Oh my god, I love her dearly. I mean, still loved her after we broke up. We're very good friends.
Probably your easiest breakup.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then I started dating my first high school girlfriend. And then that whole thing, holy.
I'm laughing because Okay.
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is a lot for a podcast. Me and Joe have known each other for a very long time. That's the whole
Oh
premise
yeah.
of this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Me and
Continue.
Jodo have sorry, my spam call. Me and Jodo
Beep.
had we have survived 3 women we
Oh,
both had
Jesus
crushes on.
Christ. It was stupid. It was fucking stupid. I didn't even know. I was like, oh, God.
This is the funniest small town bullshit
Well,
ever
it's
because it's
like a
just like
comedy show. It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
fucking comedy
And now
show.
we live in a house together with 3 couples. We changed comedy show.
I know we did. One that's married, one that's engaged, and one that's just together.
Yeah, the dating. Yeah,
Oh, I
it's
fucking hate it. It was so weird that
the theme song of
yeah,
Friends starts to
yeah.
play in the background.
Well, I remember my high school girlfriend wanted to send me pictures, and I was like, well, my phone doesn't accept pictures because it's a
Yeah, 'cause you
Nokia
had that-
brick. So she emailed it. I remember I was sitting on the family computer, and I'm like, I had no idea what she meant. And I was like, doop a doop a doop a doop
Oh,
doop.
she sent those pictures.
Yeah, she did. And I pulled them up on the family computer, and thank God my parents were like walking around because like, holy crap. And then I minimized it, and my mom walked in. She's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Nothing. Nah, just schoolwork. Don't." It's like,
Your mother would just
my mom
I think
knew.
your mother,
My
if she
mom
saw it, would
knew.
just look and nod and like walk away.
My mom knew as soon as I started dating this specific person. She was like, "God damn it."
Have you ever told your parents that happened? That's a great thing to tell your
Oh,
parents now
they
that you're an
know.
adult.
They know.
No, but like just to confirm it for them,
they
because they'll be
know.
like, "We knew it."
Yeah.
Oh, they know.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
My mom was not surprised. My mom, everything that I told them about that relationship, the relationship after, they're like, yeah, we called that. Yeah, we also called that. Yep. Yep. As soon as we met them, we knew that. Yep. This is exactly this. Yep. Absolutely.
And you're also you're the youngest, so they didn't bother. They're like, we
Oh,
can't.
no.
He's got to learn himself.
The only thing my mom said with my first high school relationship was like, if you bring home an STD and I have to take you to the hospital for it, I'm beating your ass. And I was like, okay. Okay. I mean, I
Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't.
I did
so.
not. Still haven't. Yay. I was surprised too.
Hopefully, you won't have to deal with that anymore since you're fucking married.
You know, I don't think I will.
Yeah, I think you're in the clear with that one, Chief.
I made it.
I think you're good.
Looks like we made it.
Congratulations, you're not a statistic.
Yay! But I will say this is probably we've already reached TMI, but it was just a wild time, my friend.
Shit. It's a podcast.
Oh my god, it was just I as a
The
high
fact that our
schooler-
friendship survived our high
Oh,
school years, by
God.
the way, is absolutely amazing.
Well, and her first and a boyfriend, her boyfriend before that, you know who I'm talking about.
Are we talking about the W? Or are we talking about the L?
The T. Oh no, L.
Okay.
Yeah. Who she was dating right before.
Yeah. Yep.
So I got super nervous, and I was like, God, because he's my genuine good friend. We grew up houses next to each other. And so we were kind of just hanging out after band, and then he leans over to me and goes, I think she wants to date you and you should totally do it. And I was like, good man.
Good guy. Because those two were an item for
my God. They were
forever.
Yeah,
This
and
is such small town bullshit.
I should have known the red flag beforehand, because she tried to make moves on me before they had broken up, and I was like, no. I told her, I was like, no, you don't do that. You don't do that. Like, A, he's my very good friend, and B, you just don't do that. And I should have known. I should have known
before you start.
You end before you start. I should have known. And look what happened to me. She started before she ended. So. Not with me, with another person. So
yeah,
I mean, I should have.
You dodged that bullet there, John. There you go.
Dodged that bullet there, John.
You were like you dodged things in high school. You were just like,
Jesus Christ. And then the next one was just, ooh, I should have waited more than a week.
You should have.
Well, it wasn't you, it was someone else who just shoved me into that situation, and I was like, well, here I am. There it is. And then
It worked out in the end, though, man. It's okay.
I mean, it did.
I like how we're being slightly cryptic in this conversation because we don't want to reveal names. So I'm like,
No.
we're
Yeah.
like, I'm like 99% sure I know what you're talking about, but like 1%
The
of my brain's like
J-dubs. The little J-dubs.
little J
Little
Dubs. Yep.
J-dubs.
Mhm.
And he shoved me in that situation, and he had this whole story about it's because I love her and blah blah. I was like, okay. I talked to her about it, and she's like, he's just a fucking weirdo. I was like, yeah, he is. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, Jesus. I hope she's doing good. You know, out of all my, besides the first middle school one, I guess I only had 2 high school ones. I genuinely hope that both of them are doing good, but I genuinely hope that the most recent one was very good. A good person, just very easily manipulated.
My information, happily married.
Good. You know
I
what?
haven't talked to him in a long time either.
So am I. True.
Woo! Cool. I'm glad you hope most of your exes are doing well, because
Yeah. Why not? Why hold grudges? No. Why hold grudges? Ugh.
they're bad people and they don't deserve it.
Yes.
What?
Hey, look. Just cause
Now my exes live in Texas.
oh God.
Can't move there.
Nope.
Bad place to move.
Yeah, bad place to be.
For me, it's actually I only just drive through Oregon. I don't stop. We can't stop in Oregon anymore.
Can't
Unless
stop.
it's a rest
Won't
stop.
stop.
Won't stop till Northern California.
Can't stop till you get enough. Come on. No, it's just wild. It's wild to me that our date.
I'm engaged now. I don't care. Actually, I don't care anymore.
No,
so.
nor should you. You're there. But what I was going to say is that it's wild to me that our interests in high school in folks were so similar. It's just
I mean,
fucking
in
wild. in our defense.
There weren't a lot of women to choose from. That were.
That's fair.
There were. I don't know what your graduating class was, but my graduating class was 92.
I think mine was
yours is probably a little
101. Not
Yeah.
much bigger.
So eventually, I just ran out of people in the yearbook to have a crush on.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, if for some reason we ever wanted to block out all the names of the yearbook of like one of my yearbooks or
That
something,
one,
we could just go through it. I'm like,
yeah.
that one.
No, you know what's
That
funny
one.
is that I had just
From
realized this.
elementary to 12th
Yeah.
grade.
I just realized this though. I was in a relationship, in some sort of relationship all through high school, and that just boggles my
You were?
fucking mind.
I wasn't. I really wanted to be.
You know what? And you know what?
No.
You probably came out better for not being in one in high school.
Nah, you didn't. You never had the experience of a girl throwing darts at a picture of you because they hated you so much. You
Pretty
never
sure
had
I
that
have.
mental health. Did she do that to you too?
Oh yeah.
Okay, then you know what? That's another thing we share, buddy.
Yay! One of my exes burned all my effects when we separated.
Oh shit, that's wild.
Well, you know, when you get raised in a very
Small towns.
when you get raised in a very, very sheltered
Small town.
home and get homeschooled for a while, aggression really builds. I was like, because I had sorry, my nose is running cold. I had contacted her probably 2 weeks after she broke up with me. I was like, hey, I need to get some of my stuff, and she's like, oh yeah, that stuff's gone. I was like, just gone. Okay. Oh, cool.
She did have the personality because of the relationships before her to purge basically anything before you. So,
well,
not surprising.
she certainly purged me. It's fun to it's fun to
It's
analyze
funny
now.
now.
It's funny now.
Time
It's funny,
time
haha, now.
plus trauma
Yeah.
time plus trauma equals humor.
Time plus trauma plus work trauma plus therapist equals humor. That's the addition up to that.
That's why we can laugh at these things now,
That's
boys.
why
You
we can look back.
learn from your podcasters. You can laugh now because we went to therapy.
No one should
This
learn.
podcast is not sponsored by Better.
Yeah, no one should learn anything from this podcast. It's two idiots talking to a microphone for an hour. That's what
Actually, it's
this
been an hour
is.
and a half right now. We're making good time.
Oh. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. I
Is it? We've only shared crushes on 3 women, right?
no.
uh,
No, it's more than that. That's the weird fucking thing, man. It's more than
4.
that. I think it
4?
was I think it was 4. The person who was in the trumpet section.
A?
Yeah.
You had a crush on A?
Yes, of course I did. Are you kidding me?
I mean, everyone did.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we hung out so much when I was dating the other one.
I think I was just saying first letters.
Yeah, absolutely,
What
absolutely.
about P? From like that's more like middle school, right? You were with no. That was
I didn't have a crush on them.
That's how we know who we're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. Although I do adore them as a person. They're a very good person.
They're really good until they threatened to kill everyone they knew.
Yes.
Then they went to therapy. But you know what?
They went to therapy.
And they got better. I actually,
Yeah.
during their therapy and stuff, they transitioned. So I met him after they came out on the bus
Yeah.
sometimes. The first time was very scary because I was like, oh my God, trauma. After that, they're fine. They live in Seattle. They're a nice person. They've gotten their life together and they're doing great things. So I'm glad they figured it out. So, but yeah, that's the wild part of our things. So
I
you
mean,
typing? Who are you typing to?
you don't need
I'm
to know.
scared.
Yeah. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Oh God!
Oh God!
No.
Oh my God! No, I will. High school was a wild fucking time, man. Wild fucking time. You know, whew, wild fucking time. College
Yeah.
wasn't any better.
Really?
Well,
Yeah,
seeing as
well,
though that I was dating
yeah.
someone who was super, super, super like self-conscious, and then my ex that had cheated on me was at the same college, and then just
Yeah.
started shit for no reason. No fucking
Oh.
reason. Just started shit. And it worked.
I think I had a come to Jesus moment with her, and that kind of made her stop a little
Oh,
bit for a while. I'm like, what are you
God.
doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I was just like, well,
What are
me
you
existing
doing?
is going to result in ending this relationship. So here we go. Hello, everybody. And I was just like, I didn't do anything, so I can't really defend this because I don't know what's going on.
I've messed up because I am here.
That
Okay.
was essentially the situation. I have messed up because I exist. Well, that's the story of my life. That's all right.
You know, choir. High school was different because of choir. So like,
Yeah.
I got to start singing. I
Choir was
said
good. Choir was good. I liked choir a lot.
then until it wasn't.
What's that?
Until it wasn't.
Until
And
it
it got
wasn't.
better.
Yeah, until it wasn't, then it got better. I mean, I got a
And
music degree.
we had to get a new choir teacher. Yeah, we
Yeah.
both have one.
Yeah, we got a music. You got your music degree. I got my music degree. I went back and I have set up so I can get a medical science degree. You know, college wasn't bad. It was better than high school. It was better than high school. But one thing I do want to say is I don't understand the people who say I wish I was back in high school. I don't wish I was back in high school. Like,
Yeah, I don't either. Like,
Yeah.
I miss like the summer between college and high school. Like, I took like a little bit of extended break. I miss that because like my grade had this whole like our grade was kind of our grade had us like we liked all the teachers liked our grade because
Yeah.
we were kind of chill.
Yeah.
But we still had a lot of like divisions between my grade, like people talking, and that like during our senior night, because they like purposely made us like all mingle and stuff, everything kind of broke down.
Yep.
Like the final walls, and it's like I regret not going to my 10-year reunion because I bet like it would have been really cool to talk to some of those people, but like
My tenure got canceled because of COVID.
yeah. Next time. Come around. We'll come around.
Yeah, we'll come around the mountain once you
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just yeah, I look back on high school and say I learned a lot. Would not repeat it if I had to. Would not. No, thank you. No, just anyway. So yeah, that's a long, a short, long history of how intertwined our lives
Yeah,
are.
if you guys don't understand how we've known each other, it's because we've gone through a lot of shit.
If you guys don't understand how we can bitch at each other on a stream, make it look like we hate each other, and just be like,
Mhm.
"All right, we'll see you tomorrow." That's how we can do that. Is because we don't really fucking care about what we're saying. I can call him
We've
names. He can
gone
call me
through
names. Oh, gee, yeah.
we've gone through so much other shit that just doesn't matter.
So
Don't matter, man.
no, it's impressive on the amount of shit we fun. Fun is a word. Fun is a word.
So I've been talking to a few younger people of the internet.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're adults. Don't worry.
No,
I'm not
no,
mad.
I'm just saying young people. Whoa.
As they would call it, that's our lore. Lore dumping is a new phrase for trauma dumping because everyone's got trauma. So it's not really like we're like, whoa, you're trauma dumping at our age. It's like, yeah, they're just sharing their lore because they all got trauma, man. Everyone's kind of messed up, and if you're not messed up, sus.
Yeah. I mean, I had to trauma dump on a therapist because it almost ended this whole game that we call life for me.
Same,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
That's what. At least you figured it out. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Whew.
We still have the sads a little. I can tell
Oh,
because we're
what?
all. It's been very dark and cold the past week. We're very.
Yes. Yeah.
If
No,
you need
I'm
therapists,
if
you're ever
you
depressed,
if you need a therapist, please
there's
go.
help out there.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't like the big bad. It was just that I probably would have been currently still an alcoholic and drinking myself to death. That's what I was referring.
Yeah.
And it was not good. It was not good. And I'm glad that it is not the case. I honestly don't really drink that much anymore. You know why?
Yep.
Don't want to be there. So it's
Where
just
made that joke?
what's that?
Oh, nothing. Just my girlfriend being cheeky. She wanted to make the better help joke, but we already made it, so that's how it is.
Yeah, there is better.
Late to the party, like always.
Hey, it's also not your girlfriend.
Oh yeah, fiance. That's right. It's not. I'm not. You know what? I'm gonna get used to it just as she becomes my wife. That's how it's gonna happen. I'm gonna just be like, oh yeah, she's my fiance, and then all of a sudden it's like, nope, nope, she's your wife now.
Yeah. Get wrecked, son. I will
I mean,
say,
I don't know.
I will say that I had been.
Yeah, Riz is one of my ex girlfriends now.
Yeah. Hey, I was engaged twice. Ooh.
AKA, what
Ooh.
we're saying, Riz, is there's still time for you to get out.
Yep, you can still leave. Run. No, I was engaged twice, and oof,
Mm-hmm.
I have two ex uh
Fiancés.
fiancés. Well, one's now my wife, but the other one. I
We don't need to talk about it.
No,
Fine.
it's an interesting social experiment. Is she really your ex fiance if you really didn't ask her?
Good question. An interesting day. You guys both kind of announced you were engaged, though. So
That's true. Yeah, so I'll say yeah. Yeah, whatever. You know, hey, it's what experience
yeah.
you get through life, right? That is your life. It's just a whole bunch of experiences. And I got XP for it, bro.
I've been putting them. I've got a lot of XP too, but they're all in the wrong stats, man. Like,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I can ramble on the internet for 2 hours, but like walk outside and I'm like, so that's
Oh,
oof. Like I can talk to people on the internet for hours. If I was in a room talking with them, I'd be like, anyone bring alcohol? I need to be like intoxicated right now to speak to any of you.
Jesus Christ.
No, not. It'd just be like awkward or something. But
Oh, no, I
I
know.
say that yet. I'm probably gonna meet a lot of them soon.
Yeah.
Like what's funny? You know what's really funny about having a wedding? I get to dox everyone I know.
I don't think
I
that's
get to
how
go
that
up to them.
works.
Well, no, I don't actively dox them, right? I get to go up in the back. I need your address.
I don't
I need to know where you live.
Yeah.
Like I just get to ask them, and they go, "Oh yeah, sure. Here's my address,"
Yeah.
because they know why.
It'll be cool to meet them. I would have loved to invite a whole bunch of people from that I knew online, but just our families, we were inviting 250 people, and we're like, well, that's
Nah,
some
yeah, that's
shit.
you know what's funny about I think we're at like 60 with our families, but my
Mhm.
family would be a lot more. But I have decided not to invite them all.
That's fair.
I
Do
get
I
to do
get to
that. It's my
come?
wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get to come. I'm gonna wreck your wedding.
Yeah, I hope so.
I just love this guy.
You're if you haven't guessed, you're one of the groomsmen.
No, I
No.
didn't know that.
I haven't sent anything fancy out to my groomsmen yet because I don't know how to do that. I have to figure that out.
No.
Um, but yeah, that's. I think we have our wedding party sorted. See if people want to do it, and then I have like probably I'm in like inviting a few people like stuff. So
Cool.
oh, yep, like probably everyone in this chat is invited to my wedding, even you, Herber. Spoilers, Herber's in this chat. We're live right now, so people listening to the podcast, don't worry about it. There's about a few people in here that have known us for a very long time. So
True. It's
not that
very
any of them
true.
will come up here because why would you come up to Washington in October?
Don't dox us,
That's
bro.
the other thing though, is I get to dox them, but when they meet me, they can kind of dox me because they're probably gonna figure out where I live and stuff.
And
Yeah,
I get to stay anonymous.
that's true. True.
I mean, at least a little. You can't see me. Fucking stupid. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we'll have a date for that wedding soon. Hopefully, we'll start sending people out stuff because we're looking at a couple venues tomorrow. So
Oh,
we're
sweet.
gonna do it today, but the house came up and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Nice. Well, hey, I hope
Mhm.
you find a good. Excuse me. I hope you find a good venue. What are we doing for
It's
your
good
bachelor
for
party?
you. The one you are gonna have to ask has COVID right now, so um, when he's done with COVID, we'll figure that out. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I don't see me doing more than what you did with your
Oh,
bachelor
mine
party.
was. Yeah, that was. I
Yeah,
think that's prime bachelor party thing. You just go
yeah,
hang
like
out for a couple of days and then
a
have fun.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so and I think mine's gonna be probably because I gotta fly Dwarf out here
Hmm.
because if he's not a groomsman, he's gonna be at least at the bachelor party because we've known he's like the internet guy we known the most.
Yeah.
So like at least we got to get him out. Like it's probably the week before the wedding because we got to get him out here on a flight. He'll probably just hang out for like a week or something. So if he wants to, but we'll just go get like have a fun time. Janny will be our designated driver. We'll take that one for the team.
You know what? I don't think he's going to have an objection.
My brother doesn't drink, so like we just have to feed him caffeine and good food, and he won't care. And maybe bring a gaming laptop.
Board games.
Board games, true. Board games, yeah.
I don't
Figure it out. We'll do
know.
stuff. I don't really want to like go somewhere extravagant or something. That's not me.
I mean, mine wasn't. It was just.
Yeah, we got to that Airbnb place was actually really nice
Yeah.
once we like calmed the neighbors down.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about your
Yeah. The neighbors. The one neighbor was just the guy off that was just on their deck, and we never really interacted with. They were dicks, but the guy behind us and the guy next to us, they were really chill. After they were like, "Oh, you're not assholes. Okay, got you." You know.
Yeah, they didn't realize whether they thought it wasn't a car with like one or two people. They thought it was cars like each car had like 8 people in it or
Yeah.
something, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is gonna be wild." But
Yeah.
it's like, nah,
Uh,
it's like 6 dudes just smoking cigars at your house, getting
Yeah.
a little high and
Yeah.
drinking, and that's it.
That's all we're doing. And
That's
they're like,
all.
Oh, okay.
playing beer pong.
Yeah, they're like, all right.
And they brought beers. And one of them brought beers
The
as
guy,
like a sign
yeah,
of
yeah. They're like, oh, hey, sorry, we thought you were dicks. And we're like, oh, no, don't worry. So they
yeah,
were really cool. So
we didn't understand the parking situation here was shit.
yeah, yeah. I think their main issue is the people who rent that Airbnb, and they just rent them to whoever they wanted to rent it to. So it's
Yeah,
yeah,
they're making money, so
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. So yeah, that's probably it. But yeah, no, I mean, hey, I'm excited. I'm a heckin' excited.
I'll be soon able to say my wife just like you do to
My
your wife.
wife.
That's what I'm most excited for. Nothing.
Isn't it just the simple fact that you could say that?
Yep. My wife, my future wife, my fiance. That's the other one we're doing now. Although I forget to call her fiance apparently. So anyway, you think we're done?
I mean, is there anything else that you're really jonesing to talk about?
Yeah, I went on my avocado toast rants.
Jesus
We talked about the
Christ.
past. I mean I got Pathfinder tonight. Hopefully it's gonna be a good one. We
Yeah,
skipped
talk about
last week because
how about you talk a little bit about that?
I I did something that's interesting. I couldn't with Pathfinder. I couldn't figure out I couldn't get myself to pay attention to all the rules of Pathfinder. Right. I couldn't get myself to read the book too much. So how am I gonna read the book? I'm gonna make a class. So I've started. I'm in the very beginning starts phase of it by making my own class in Pathfinder.
Ah,
And in doing that, that's making me read all the stuff about Pathfinder. So that's because I can't if I'm not making my own class, if I don't have a reason to, I'm not gonna just go out and read the book and actually comprehend everything. I'm gonna be like, it's good, okay, but when you're making something, you're like, well, I can't make this the same as all the other stuff that's already out there. So let's go make sure we're making something different and not the same as something else. And I'm learning a lot of rules, learning a lot of nonsense. I have all the basics down at Pathfinder at this point, but
that's good.
I'm I'm doing a lot more based off my gut and stuff like that. Pathfinder's got a little bit too many rules for downtime, so I've kind of be gone. It's not fun. Making an item if you can craft in a game should not take 4 in-game days.
No.
It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, depends on the item, right?
Depends if you've ever made it before.
Yeah. I mean, well, it depends on that and depends on the item. Like you can't unless you're dedicating the whole day to making a sword, you can't just oh yeah, it's been an hour, my
Yeah,
sword's been
yeah.
created.
Oh no, it will take your entire downtime for the evening and
Yeah.
or maybe a day, but
Yeah.
I'm not. They're yeah. It's 4 days is a little much. It's a
Yeah.
lot, but I have a feeling in normal Pathfinder society which is organized play for Pathfinder. There's a lot of downtime between each session. So
Right.
I feel like so I feel like that's why that's a thing. That's
Yeah.
why it's
It's just
4 days
yeah.
because
Well, they made downtime a currency basically. They said, "Hey, you get downtime, X number of downtime. We built this into the game. Now you get to spend this currency by making stuff." And I like that type of stuff. Because can't
yeah,
you
but
also train on downtime?
you can if you find a person to train with. You can but
Yeah.
that's if you're using XP and not milestone.
Yes.
So because I'm very much in the whoever the leader of Dimension 20 is, or in Matt Mercer School of it. If you're using XP, then every every um every Wizard Academy is just attacking. It's just learning about how to attack stuff and not studying.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. I'm I'm milestone leveling, so it doesn't XP is not a thing
I
where I
prefer
am.
milestone leveling
Yeah.
personally.
I'm actually I'm doing a mix of milestone leveling and what I am considering session leveling.
Hmm.
So I this is the one thing I stole from D&D YouTube, which I think I'm trying really hard to avoid, but I thought was really cool. If you're try to have your milestones based around the number of sessions you have. So if your characters start at level 1 in your session in your game, after one session they should be level 2, and after two sessions, and then after the following 2 sessions they should go to level 3, and then 3 sessions after that they're 4, 4 sessions they're 5, 5 sessions they're 6, 6 sessions they're 7, and so on and so and then and once you get to that time, maybe then if they do something really cool or a milestone, then you can kick them up early, but that's how that's in general, that's a really easy at least start early game, get them out early game quick.
Yeah.
Don't make people be level 1 for 3 months
Yeah, that's
because they
the
have to fight goblins forever.
yeah, no.
Well, I like it. I like it because my last session of Pathfinder, because we didn't talk about it because we were here last time. I tried to assassinate one of my players. Like I
Nice.
straight up had another PC type character come and try to kill them,
Nice.
and they got her within 6. They got him within 6 HP.
Nice.
So, and then what they do immediately after when the attack was done, they retreated because obviously their assassination attempt didn't work, and then they got my players to go follow them, and then they easily dispatched them because they like I have a ranger in my group, so they were able to use their tracking abilities.
Nice.
Isn't that fun? I actually had a really cool moment in the session where the ranger rolled really high in tracking, but the assassin was literally invisible in the room. So all he did was he followed their footsteps till the footsteps stopped. And I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, I sniffed the air." And then the moment he sniffed the air, we started initiative, and she just went in for the kill on him because a sneak attack in Pathfinder is actually really cool. So there's no opening round like there is in D&D. In Pathfinder, what happens is you can roll you roll initiative off of perception normally, but if you're a stealth, you roll initiative off of stealth,
Oh,
and then everyone who is you're above an initiative is caught off guard. And then because you have that until the start of your next round, and then because you have off guard, you can do a sneak attack to anyone who's off guard.
gotcha.
So that's how she went in and did like she did I think Bluey's character has like 42 points of damage. She did like 36 points of
Damn.
damage too. Because I gave her a which now the party has a rapier that had a +1 in the rapier, and it was a striking rune in it, so it rolled 2 damage die instead of 1.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. If you when you start your Pathfinder campaign, have your DM give you a striking rune. It will give you so much power. You literally get an extra dice. You get an extra dice.
Nice. I like
But
that.
that's the other thing is you're gonna start playing Pathfinder, I think, right? Or you're
Mhm.
DMing it.
Mhm.
Is Pathfinder has a lot of useless items, or that seem useless, but they can become cool. It's a lot of cool player interaction. Like the surprise doll that one of my players had is useful because he was trying to do something and show it, and because he was trying to technically conceal an item as he was doing it, all the players had to roll really high perception to see if he was doing it or not. And so it's kind of cool. It presents these random junk items you think wouldn't do much. They're cheap because the cash system in Pathfinder is pretty okay, and they actually can have uses like that. It's good for storytelling. So
Nice.
yeah, and then of course you just give your players hordes of things to play
Yeah.
with.
Yeah. Well, that's the point of right. You want to get tangible treasure. It's not just like, oh, we got more gold. Now I have to figure out the hell I want to buy. It's give them something that that they wouldn't think to want, and then be like, oh, like the first time I ever got deck of many things, I didn't know what the hell it was, and I was like, what the hell's this? And I pulled a card, and it was the gain 3 levels thing. I think it was not with you, but with someone else, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh. And then I researched and was like, "Oh, I could have just died. I could have just been
you
gone.
literally could have died.
Could have been just gone." And the guy's like, "Yeah, you
Mhm.
could have literally been gone." I was like, "Oh, I see."
Wish spells are a great way to give your players a way to spice up a campaign. Say you've done a campaign for 30 sessions. They finished up the first major head of your story. Your story's done pretty much. 10 to 30 20, 10 to 30 sessions. If you can give them an item that's a single use wish item, you can spice up the campaign. Because then the whole time, especially if it's a cursed item that listens to you at all times, right? Like something like that. So if they say the word I wish in their like above table or below table ever, it just happens. Like there's a thing where that happens where like literally a character turned into a bird on YouTube. But like it's a great way if your player characters want something different, they have a wish in their pocket to change something. Like they can, and as long as like the party kind of is okay with it, it's a great way to change up a story. Like I think it's like the deck of many things. Anytime I was ready when you had it for you to turn into resin
Yeah.
and just be and then you roll as your other person you got, and we go chase after you. We go and look for you. You know, it's like I'm trying as a DM now in like a second campaign. Basically, I am now of the opinion that if I kill my players, it's okay as long as it's a story. So that's it.
Well, you shouldn't be afraid to kill your players,
Well,
especially if
as
they
long
do
as
something
I, as a
stupid.
DM, kill my players, it's just story, and as long as I can make it into story, it's okay.
Well, if they do something stupid, or if they organically die, then it is what it is. So if you're like, hey, this is the big bad guy, and you're level 2, and the big bad guy ran away because you need to level up to be the bad guy, and they're like, no, fuck this, we're going after the big bad guy, and they show up to the big bad guy and die. Yeah, you deserved to die. You ran into this guy who one clapped your friend, and you kept you know staying there to try and attack him. But and then also when it's to the point where it's like, hey, we mismanaged healing and we had a player death because of it. You mismanaged healing.
Yep.
And that's just the way it is. That's the story. You should not be afraid of player death. What you should do is
I think part of it is I had a story hook that I could make it where I had an assassin, right? And the other part of it was, let's see what happens if someone almost dies in this campaign. Let's see what my players think, how they feel, like what they want to do about it. And I mean, she had healing stuff, so she didn't really actually almost die. But there was a whole round where it was actually really tense.
Mm-hmm.
So, rogues are a great weapon.
Yeah.
They're a great
they
tool
are.
to have in the tool shed.
They are.
So,
well, I think we should wrap this up. What do you think? About 2 hours?
Yeah, I think it's fine. We're a little under. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
We did good.
Well, thank you everybody for coming in and watching. I appreciate everybody for being here. We have to thank our Patreons. Who do you think those people are?
Our patrons this week are probably the same thing we had last week, but I will go on and double check really quick to make sure.
You're absolutely right.
Awesome.
So Keith, thank you. Schism, thank you. And Snoops, thank you. Appreciate all your support. Really do.
As always. You too can get shouted out on the You Don't Have to Be Right podcast if you join our Patreon member at, I think, the $5 tier or higher. We appreciate all the support, and they will be going to either upgrades with us, as in like my microphone might be next, and then anything else to make this thing better. So,
all right. Well, thank you everybody, and hopefully you stay safe. And thanks for watching. And as always, we'll see you next time.
You don't have to be right,
or never are.
Bye.
Bye.